Hi everyone, it's Darlene. Welcome back for another video. I am using an oldie but a goodie set called I Love Donuts by Simon Says Stamp. I'm also using the Labeler Alphabet set by Stampin' Up. I'm going to start by stamping my donut onto some Neenah Solar White cardstock with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm going to color this pretty simply. I'm going to start with R85. These are just kind of muted pink colors. And I'm drawing an outline, and you can see I'm letting a little bit of the white show between my color and the black image. So, and that's sort of just to show maybe a little bit of a light reflection as it curves around. Everything I do from the outside in, I'm also going to do from the inside out. Now once I finish this outlining with the R85, I'm going to take R83, my medium color, and I'm really going to focus on the edge of the R85, just kind of going over that and coming toward the middle just a little bit more. Same thing from the inside to the outside. And then finally with the R81, I'm going to color what's remaining, but what I'm going to try to do is leave a few little small thin streaks of white, and that will be kind of the ultimate light reflection for the glaze of this donut. And you can see that it looks really realistic when you leave a little bit of white there. For the actual cake part of the donut, I'm just going to make a circle around with my E27, it's just a really dark brown, and then I'm just going to fill in the gap with the E25. And then again, filling in the middle the exact same way. There is a stamp with sprinkles that comes with this set, but I thought it'd be just as easy to use a white gel pen to hand draw them, but you could white emboss it with the stamp. So I'm just going to draw some random sprinkles all over the place, and I found that the faster I moved, the better the ink came out. And yes, I'm still using the pen that is almost out of ink. I'm going to cut this out with a scissor. Now when it comes to the middle, I find that it's easier to use a circle punch. This one fits pretty well in the center. So I'll cut the center out, and then I'll take my little paper snips, these are from Stampin' Up, and it's much easier to just sort of cut the edge here than to start and poke a hole and all that stuff. So I'm just going to go around the edge with my scissors, and it works out pretty well. But you can see that there is some white showing, and to cover that up, I'm going to use a chocolate chip marker just going around the inside, and I figured I might as well go around the outside also. I looked all through my stash for a sentiment that said this, but I did not have it, so I'm going to create it with my Labeler Alphabet. I'm using the white on black letters, and I'm just going to stamp them all individually, and then I'm just going to cut them out. So you can see I'm just going to cut them out such that it's straight across, but there might be some white here and there, but that kind of goes with the look. For the background, I'm going to also use the small donut that comes in the set and have a piece of 5.5 by 2 3/4 cardstock Neenah. And I'm going to stamp it randomly with some Simon Says Stamp Fog cardstock. So it's just a nice subtle background so I don't take too much away from my main focal point, which is my donut. And then the sprinkles I'm actually going to put on some of them, but not all of them. So it kind of gives the image that I have different donuts here. I'm also using the Layered Letters Alphabet by Stampin' Up. I wanted letters that were thicker, similar to my donut, and these were the thickest ones I had. Now I centered all of my elements and put it in the MISTI, and I'm going to stamp the Y and the U in some VersaFine Black Onyx. And of course I'm going to do that twice because I still haven't re-inked my pad. I want this panel to be matted to black, and because I like to save paper, I just cut 2 strips of 1/4 inch black cardstock. I'll put some ATG on the back of my white panel, and then I'm just going to place it over the black cardstock, showing as much of the black as I want. So once I get it over there, I'll press it down, and then I'm just going to do that same thing on the other side. So now I have a nice thin black mat. I'm going to put some tape runner on the back of this panel and adhere to some pink Pirouette cardstock, which is my card base. I'm going to pop my donut up with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. And then for the Are So Sweet words, I'm going to position them the way I want them, and then one at a time I'll pull them off, put some 2A glue on the back, and position them back on. So I started with the sweet, and I'm just going to move up until I finish with the R. And that is the card for today. So not too hard. I really like the way this donut is colored with the sprinkles. It's kind of fun, and I like pink with donuts for some reason. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.